Right now, I am literally the embodiment of autumn. Some nice colorful eye makeup, some chai latte, some sweaters. It's just the fresh air, everything. It's too cold, but I mean, all the aesthetics is just me. The circle of life. Oh my god, that's what we're gonna do today. Just exactly like when a maple tree would pass from its beautiful summer life to autumn and to winter. I feel like it's really fitting, and I have a little idea of what it's gonna look like. So I already primed my lid. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer today just because I felt like I didn't use it in such a long time. And now we will go into the Norvina Mini Volume 2 palette, and I want to start very softly with the brown shade, and I'm gonna be placing it in the inner corner and going towards the eyebrow into a round, fluffy manner. Just putting my eye up just a little bit. I'm placing it very, very softly, as soft as possible, just to create kind of like a sheen of brown color. And this will make sure that the shape that we want for the eye makeup look is created, and especially for other colors, just because I want to cut the crease later on, and I want this to separate it from the other colors for the cut crease. You continue to pack the color and to blend it at the same time so there is no harsh edges. And you want to make sure that the brown is very precise, especially when you pack it on and you blend it. You're going to see after that, it's going to be so beautiful. And you do both eyes to make sure that both sides are equal and are the same. So that's a trick. If you do one eye beforehand and then after you do the other one, it's kind of like it's gonna look maybe a little bit different, which you want to avoid. And always take a little packer brush after that, and to be very precise in your application, you're gonna pack and blend at the same time the brown color straight into the crease. And then after that, you retake your fluffy brush and you will just blend that out so there is a place where it's going to be darker, and then it goes into a smooth fluffy blend all the way to the eyebrow for the next shades that we'll put. Ooh, this blend is coming along. You have to blend it all the way to perfection before you can put any other shade. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do both eyes, and then we'll jump to the next colors. I'm going to tell you what I like most about autumn before we pass to the next step. I don't know if you notice it too, but when the leaves start changing, the air gets a little bit cooler and not too humid. You know what I mean? The air smells so nice. It's so refreshing, especially when you're driving, I don't know, or you're walking in nature and then you see all the leaves fall. It's just so magical for some reason. I like all the colors there, so I have to dedicate this makeup look to the trees. Before we put any other color, I think it's really important to really make sure that this is really blended, even though it looks really good right now. So I'm gonna go into the One Size eyeshadow palette, and I will go into the shade Manila Sand, which is that really pale shade that is literally exactly like my skin tone, maybe a little bit lighter, we'll see. And I just put it a little bit, tap off the excess, and I put it right under the brow bone to make sure that the brown isn't too much, because sometimes when you blend the brown, there's one side that is bigger than the other. So I just take this, I put it right here, and I just blend it softly into the brown, and it just makes sure that everything is just really nicely blended and very, very fluffy overall. You know what I mean? Like, hi. This eye is definitely better than the other one, and like usual, okay? So just don't come for me if they're not equal, if they're not the same. Now I'm gonna go back into the Norvina palette. And I think I'm gonna go straight into this forest green, which is the shade B3. I feel like it's a really nice, cute shade that will fit with the look. We go straight in with a V motion again that will lift the eye and will look kind of like the shape of a leaf. Yes, the leaf. Then you make sure that you blend the green into the brown very, very softly. You don't want to go too much overboard. And you go little by tapping off the excess, or by putting a little bit on a toilet paper or a reusable rag. Right now I don't have one, so I'm using toilet paper. It does work. It removes excess product, and you don't need a lot. You just need one square, you know what I mean? So you just go there and you just blend it. Ooh, green and brown. I have something in my eye. Like, hi, where are you? So far, this looks really pretty. As you can see, it goes from brown to green. And you just want to put a little bit of the green going into the brown, because if not, if you put too much, it's going to become maybe a little bit ashy or something like this, and it will get darker into that specific area where you blended those two colors, which you want to avoid. You want something that will blend together and will still stay within the same, I would say, brightness, and not darkness, brightness, darkness, something that will not look like a patch of darker color compared to the other two sides. We will pass to the next color. So the colors that I will put a little bit on top of the brown color, which I've been testing some color out, you know what I mean? I wanted to go into the neon orange eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty and go into that really beautiful, kind of like, I would say it's like a yellow orangey color, which, oof, this color is just everything. Let's blend this out, specifically in the inner corner of the eye on top of the brown color. Putting this little color here, I think it's gonna be really, really pretty. So I'm going very slowly, layer by layer, just to make sure that it will get darker and darker. As you can see, it does get darker. We're gonna have to add a little bit of the brown afterwards on top of it, and to blend it back into it. So this is looking really good. So I'm gonna do the other eye real quick as well. And then after that, it goes from yellow, green, yellow to orange. And I'm going to be putting an orange just right in the middle. So I'm taking the same fluffy brush and I will go back into the mini Norvina 2 eyeshadow palette from Anastasia and Norvina. And going into the shade A1, which is that bright orange. But it's not going to be bright anymore. Like I told you earlier, the brown will really dim it down and make it more kind of like a fall color and less neon. Just slightly. Not too much, because we know that kind of like orangey, they don't really mix with green. So just put it, it's like you're tapping it just a little bit and then you bring it down into the yellowish color. So then it gets something more like blended. It is time to do the under eye, and I feel like I want to do some green and brown just because these colors just fit so well together. So I'm gonna go take the C3 color brown and just place it slightly under the lash line. So let's put it here. And I'm gonna take the shade B3, which is that green shade, and I'm just gonna put it at the outer corner just to connect these things together. So that is pretty. That looks like fall. And I think right now what I'm going to do is I want to cut the crease. So I'm just going to be cutting the crease slightly where I have some eyeshadow, because the rest there's already some there and I don't want to put too much. So I don't want it to crack, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to clean up a little bit and then we will be ready to put the eye popper from one side because it's going to be so pretty. Again, with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, I will go straight into it and then create, I would say, kind of like a canvas for what we will do. Time to put the glitter. Oh my god. So I'm going to be putting the one size eye popper in the shade Pea House. And it's the only one I have, but I think it's going to look really, really good. And I want to be precise for this one, so I'm just not going to talk. And it's going to be kind of like a voiceover like the other things. And then I take a little brush and I blend this into the green. I take back the fluffy brush with the green and I just go on it to make sure that everything is blended. And of course there's going to be some glitter, and if you look up close it's not going to look like perfect, but at least from far it's going to look good. So this glitter is placed, I don't know about you, but I think it's perfect. So this is the eye makeup look. Ooh. So before I go do the lashes off camera, I want to do the lips right away because I think it's an important step. And I'm going to be putting some blush too because I look kind of pale. The blush kind of disappeared. I can do this off camera, no problem, but I need to choose the lip color. I'm gonna go with something more brown. So this one is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lolita. And I feel like this is going to fit with the makeup look and the darkness in it. So The makeup look is done. I put the little coat on because I was cold again. And I feel like this is so colorful, so nice. I absolutely love how it turned out. So this is the final result. I added some blush, some highlight, a little bit of highlight in the inner corner as well, and the strip lashes, which they are more on the natural side, but I like these because I can actually wear my glasses with these. So it's like 2-in-1, you know, so I can have long, beautiful fake lashes, but still wear my glasses while editing or going out. So that is what it is. That is my makeup look. If you like this makeup look, make sure to like the video and to comment down below what you think. It really helps me with the algorithm and everything. And also consider subscribing to the beauty family. It doesn't hurt to subscribe, and it will help me as well growing my channel, and so I can push more content like this, more makeup tutorials, more reviews, and more stuff like this. And consider hitting the bell also if you want to be notified every single time that I post a video, which is 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching again. I really, really love you, beauties, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.